Right.
Welcome back to another intriguing episode of Birds of a Fedda.
Yeah.
I am Chinoy. He is Steven.
Yes.
And we have one of the... I just shake the camera. We have another...
Nervous.
You guys make me nervous. We have another wonderful topic that we want to discuss amongst us and also with you guys. Engage with us in the comment section. Let us know what you think. If there are any topics you want us to talk about as well, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps. Stevie, you want to tell them what we're talking about?
Yes, we're going to speak about something very exciting. Yes, there's something very, very topical, most topical. Actually, it's probably the most topical thing in the world. We're going to be speaking about COVID-19. The effect that this pandemic has had on the world, and the effect that it has had on us individually. We're just gonna work through it and see how we've been coping, checking in on each other.
This is an open space.
It's an open space.
No judgment.
Slight judgment, but just a little bit. But no.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. But yeah, so we'll be chatting about COVID, right? And let's do it.
Yeah.
So we've been in this panoramic for almost a year now. Well, a little over a year.
Over a year. Yeah. But then lockdown was about a year.
Yeah. So we have been in it for a while. So we thought on the anniversary, let's go back.
We're sweet guys.
Yeah, let's go back a year in COVID.
Oh.
So
bro.
Let's bring it back to that first week that COVID hit.
Lockdown.
Yeah, first week it hit.
Yeah.
When we were supposed to go to
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. We were supposed to go to Puerto Rico on the Wednesday.
What was the name of that? The festival?
Was Afro Nation.
We're
supposed to go to a music festival, Afro Nation. And we were supposed to leave on the Wednesday. COVID said no on the Monday.
On the Monday,
COVID said, nah, ain't no way. So we didn't. And we haven't been anywhere since. Well, but we'll not disclose. Yes, but yes, so do you remember like that first time COVID hit? And we were like, how long is this going to be?
Yeah.
And everybody thought like couple weeks, and we're back to normal. We'll be back at work in no time.
Yeah.
And it seems like we'll never be back to work.
Yeah, I mean it won't be the same, that's for sure. You know what I mean? I think one of the things that like occurred to me was like even here in the States, sometimes like when I went to Asia, like I saw people walking around masks, and I was just like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean? Like why? And then even like in the States, like, and I'm saying specifically Asian people, because those are the people that will walk around with it. I'm not trying to be like Asian people.
Yeah.
But it just, it's such a fickle thing, right? You see it and you're just like, why them I do it? And it never occurred to me, say that they're doing it because they're trying to prevent
spread
other
of
people
disease.
from getting sick. It never, not once. No, is that me see it? I'm a judge it. I'm just like, why the means so weird?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm just used to when you see people go on the train, go on the bus, and cough.
Yeah.
You understand? And then like if I see somebody without a mask, I'm just like, bro, you have to be the most selfish person.
Yeah. Do you mean like just walking outside or like in an enclosed space?
In an enclosed space.
Yeah.
And like,
isn't it mandatory?
In some places. But then even though mandatory, the people are still doing things without, people are fighting against it. You understand? even if you're walking outside, I think if you're walking by somebody, if you're walking by yourself, I don't have a problem with it. But if you're walking by somebody, I think you should have the mask. That's just one thing, because it is something that is in the air, right? And in close proximity, you're leaving it. And it heats up and other people breathing it. So for me, it's just like, if you're by yourself walking, fine. But if you're in an area where there's foot traffic, then you should have on your mask. That's just what me think.
Got you. Yeah. So then so we thought that it was going to be a very short thing, and then it wasn't, because we're still here. And even though the vaccines are starting to roll out, there's no end in sight.
Yeah.
But there were some. But to go back to your point about like some of the stuff that you never thought about, there's some really questionable things that we used to do pre-COVID that were just like, how is this a thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How is this a thing? First of all, buffets. Everybody come with them germs.
But I was never one for buffets before COVID.
No, I was a buffet.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, let's go to a buffet, but like, if a buffet is there, I never once thought about germs.
So wait, you mean like a buffet style restaurant where there are multiple people taking food? Or you mean like when you go to a like a shop or whatever, and the food is partitioned out and there's one person serving?
No. I mean,
you mean like buffet
style? Yeah, like you go to a restaurant.
The only thing I think about with that is germs.
Yeah, no, never thought about it. And also, I'm not like a germ, like I'm not very germs aware.
Yeah, you're not a germaphobe.
Yeah. I'm not even like a germaphobe, but just like not germ aware, like that, like I'm not hyper aware about it. Yeah. So of course, like I'm hygienic, you know what I mean? But like, I'm hygienic, but it's not like I think about germs. Like I never think about germs in my day-to-day life, right? So I'm going to a buffet, and it's like, well, food's here. Food's here. Let's dig in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not a buffet guy.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't a buffet guy before this. Definitely not one after this.
Not a one. Pools. No. Pools, dog. You know what?
Definitely a pool guy.
Yeah, you know what pools are? Pools, first of all, dog, the water is just there, right? And there's everything in it. There is disease, there is pee.
But aren't pools like treated?
Yeah, there's chlorine in there, but like, what that mean?
Well, if there's anything like Clorox,
like but then
of coronavirus.
There's 0.1. Yo, you remember? Oh my God, you brought it right back. You remember that? There was they're telling you, it was a hoax, because when they look on like the Clorox, they say it kills coronavirus. Like, how did they know about coronavirus? Just like, bro,
it was the show, man. Education, or not even education, but just telling people, like, not educating, but what's the word? Just like letting people know what it is. I guess it is educating, because before this, I never even knew of coronavirus.
No.
You dig what I'm saying? And the fact that there are many coronaviruses.
Yeah, coronavirus is the family name.
It's a family. Yeah. And it's just the year got the end of it.
Yeah.
Fam. Kill some people dead.
Yeah.
This is a hoax.
It's a hoax.
With all these people dead.
Yeah. But here's my thing. All right. It's a hoax, right? Let's go down that rabbit hole. So it's a hoax. What is the end game? Because it can't just be to have people sit inside. Like, what is the end game? What do the hoax people think is the end game? Is it to get microchip?
To get people vaccinated.
Yeah, but then what?
So that them can, so that them can introduce chips into them.
Okay. So the government, government wants to microchip you.
Bill Gates.
So Bill Gates wants to microchip.
Specifically.
So Bill Gates only, and he has the power. Bill Gates has the power to shut down the globe.
Yep.
The globe. So even countries who don't like the US.
Yeah.
Are succumbing to this and being like, you know what? we'll do it because Bill Gates wants to.
Absolutely.
Because that is my thing. I could get it if it was like only something in the US, right?
Yeah.
And like it's not a global thing, but like it's a global thing. It's every country, bro. So I can't see what the end game is. And then also like, all right, if Bill Gates wanted to microchip you, like it would be way easier than doing this. It would be so much easier. It would be so much easier.
There is no way to find logic in a nonsensical belief.
Yeah, no, don't make any sense.
You dig what I'm saying?
And you know what it is? Oh, I'll let you finish your point.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, you know what it is? We just live in a world where things need to be more than what it is. You know what I mean? It can't just be as simple as there's a virus. It can't be that. It has to be a bigger story. What's the truth? What's the truth? What is the man not telling you? You know what I mean? That is the problem.
It is so difficult. You would think that this would be the one thing that everybody can get on board.
No. First of all, there's nothing.
And that is what.
Yeah.
That was what going to be my question. Like, it goes to show that we cannot agree on anything.
No.
As a people.
No.
You know, I get, the political aspects of things, and I get the social aspects of things, and just like beliefs, and we differ, and we can argue and we can debate those things.
Yeah.
You know? But something that is evenly.
Chinoy, we cannot agree that the earth is round. You think?
we will not do that yet?
No, like science has. You ever heard about the Flat Earth Society, bro?
What?
Bro, all right. So you have the Flat Earth Society, you have the Hollow Earth Society, right? Right? So we can't even agree on the shape of the planet, and you want people to agree on a virus?
Bro.
That's taking up. First of all, the shape of the planet has no bearing on their life. None. Right?
The
Earth could be a pyramid. It doesn't, nothing changes. If we wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, Earth is now a straight line. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't change it day to day. And people are arguing like heavily over that. And you think that a virus that is taking away their rights, they're going to agree on that? Impossible.
I'm asking this. Over the past year, have you learned anything about yourself from this virus?
Ooh, we're going deep, introspective.
I mean, we can't all be all fun and jokes.
Let's see.
Sometimes we have to put our foot down and
dig
deeper, peel away the layer.
So I think for me, I think some of the things that I have learned is like what really makes me tick and what motivates me, right? Because when you're alone by yourself without all of these external stimuli, right, you get to see what you are more inclined to do. You know what I mean? So you find out what makes you want to do stuff, right? And you find out what kind of stuff it is that you want. That if you're left to your vices, right? What will you do with no external people giving their input and all of that? What type of person will you be, and what type of things will you gravitate towards? You know what I mean? And then also the most important thing I learned about myself is that I could never do solitary confinement. Before this, dog, and I think this is before this, I was like, what's the big deal? you just spend something like I was actually like, I would rather be, if I go to prison, I would rather be in solitary confinement because I'm not have to worry about people that try to kill me. I'm not have to worry about any of the, you know what I mean? any of that type of thing, right? I can just be myself. But I was just like, no, I'll take my risk out in the gen pop.
I'm just saying, that's why it's such an effective.
Yeah, but I never got it. Because I was just like, What are you talking about? Peace and quiet in prison? That sounds like a dream, but it's not peace and quiet.
No.
You can't do anything. Like
there's no TV,
there's
no music.
TV, there's no music. You can't go for
no
a
stimulation.
walk.
I think there's no sunlight.
Yeah, they have no light, nothing.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So so I would definitely was just like, that bring me right down to reality. Just like, nope. My best bet is to stay out of prison at all costs. so
that's a good bet.
Yeah. I think those two things I would say I have learned. What about you, sir? What have you learned?
What have I learned? I think I've learned that I have anxiety. Like I get, and not anxiety like something that would like strike me down.
Yeah.
But it's something that like weighs heavy on me. And we know like I brought it up to you before.
Yeah.
That I never felt it before. But the fact that like I was in the house and like I couldn't go anywhere, I realized that traveling is how I
alleviate
deal with it. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So usually whenever things get too heavy,
you just like run away from your problems.
Run away from my problems.
Yeah.
You understand? And it don't even have to be anything grand.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would drive, come to Canada, and go to you for a weekend. And I swear to you, bro, when I come back, it's like my return to zero.
Yeah.
And I've never really needed to sit down and think about it.
Yeah.
Just because whenever it happened, I always just leave. And it was always just like, oh, I'm tired of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just need a change of scenery.
But
at the root of it, fam. Like when all of them things there that happened last year with the Black Lives Matter things and just like politics of it all. And then at that, my home, I have the TV on and I watch it all the time. It's so heavy. And I just find I didn't need to go somewhere. I couldn't go anywhere. And for days, it would just be like heavy. And then I start like drink a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just for like, I mean, not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drink for those kind of like, numb it a little bit. Yeah. And then I realized like I talk to you and you kind of like bring me back in the sense of what was I was compounding that feeling with the feeling like, yo, I can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just like, it's so easy. Like, but because it's so heavy on my mind, I couldn't see a different way.
Yeah.
And you just like, you say something to me, I think you say, don't focus on where you can go, focus on where you can go.
Yeah.
And that just like,
open up
bro, it's like the bulb just go ping. I mean, say, why me never think that? Is it such a simple?
Yeah. Just a little thing.
It's like your perform Inception.
Yeah.
Put the thing where you can go. I'm gonna go. Yeah. Like there are places where I can go. It's just that we did have like specific places where we want to go. And those are the places where we can go. And we just have to substitute as ever just to get it back. So that like me know for a fact saying me have anxiety.
Yeah.
And I think and I think me know exactly what the triggers are as well.
Yeah, well, that's good.
So me just want to get back to a time where I can just running from a problem.
Yeah. You prefer that life. That's
the life for me, brother. That's the life that I prefer. I want to run, sir.
Yeah. For me, there was no anxiety, but there was, I guess you could classify it as depression, but it wasn't like a deep depression where, I can't pull myself up, but there was just time I'm just like, you know what? Not today. I'm just lie down on the couch. I'm just watch whatever. I'm just say, you know what, today Today I'm not doing anything, and it's not like typically if I'm in that mood, it would be like a lazy. I would just feel lazy or whatever. Yeah. But with this, it was just like everything is an effort. You know what I mean? It's an effort to get up. It's an effort for this. I'm just like, no, just stay here. You know, make that percolate for a day or two, and then pull it back, and then do that. But yeah, this whole thing is just taxing. Do you think you will act differently, like in being reintegrated into society, or you think you're pretty much going to be the same jobs?
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna be the same jobs. This isn't much change for me. I think two things changed the most when COVID happened. The first thing was I get overly busy from work, because the industry and there's no complaints because a lot of people never have jobs. Yeah. So just the fact say I had a job, that in itself I'm grateful for. You dig? But everything they just get multiplied by like 3, because we wanted to be best in class with our COVID responses, and we wanted to be that partner with other companies and institutions to like teach them how to use Zoom, give them best practices for them presentations.
Yes.
And
so essentially your workload grew.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Probably triple. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes so fast because things were cheating at the beginning, things that changed so quickly that them would write, the marketers would write something this week, and then by the time I put it up, I create something for it, it would change. You dig? And then it would change again. So it just, the workload aspect of it, that was heavy for the first maybe 3-4 months. And like I'm find myself I get burnt out really quickly. And then the other thing that it do, which when we usually do, is it make me stay home. And before, like I am not against going out, but I'm just.
But you're more. And
it's not. I wouldn't say it's more of a matter like I'm more of a stay home. I guess you can say that. But my thing was I would go twice a week, if that much. You know what I'm saying? The average would have probably averaged out to like 2.5 times a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You saying that the people who are watching this are going to say, but that's not a homebody song.
That's not a homebody.
That's not a homebody. Yeah, I think you have socialites where socialites they're out like 4 or 5 times a week. And then you just have, you have people who like to go out, which they would go 2-3 times a week, which is what you're saying. And then you have the homebodies who go like 2 times a month. Yeah, I don't think that's a homebody. I think you're just like you're not out every night doing something. Yeah. And I guess when I say go out, I don't necessarily mean like go out into a social event. Yeah.
I just mean I leave the house, so like go check my mother, or play football or something like that.
Yeah, some activity.
Yeah, some activity.
Yeah.
I would say socially, it would have probably worked out to 2 times every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, so once a week.
Yeah,
easier.
You don't know why we make it so complicated. We'll probably not try and make it so
52
less.
times every year. It's when I go out.
26 times every fortnight.
Yeah. That's so often.
Yeah. So in that sense, COVID never really affect me that way. It really does affect my ability to run away from my problems.
Yeah. But what about do you see yourself being able to like go back into a packed club like after it's done? Okay. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we get
absolutely.
As soon as the vaccines are running, Point me to the most crowded area. Point me to the most crowded area.
Sir. What?
Point me to the most crowded area. And also to the buffet. And also to the buffet, dog. Those
absolutely
need to be pointed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, that's definitely something that yeah. Because as long as it's under control, like that is it for me. Like right now, it is not under control.
It is sporadic.
So it is still exactly. It is still something that we need to be careful of. But once it's under control, bro, I'm good.
The biggest thing that COVID taught me was that you can't.
COVID is like the streets.
Yeah, isn't me? You can't take anything for granted. And isn't me? You have to, like, you can't just assume that the way things are the way things will be forever. Because if you told me that I would not be able to go out for a year, I'd be like, you're a lunatic. What are you talking about? A year going on, like possibly 2 years, right?
Yeah.
If you tell me so the whole world shut down. So, but something could happen next year that take away a thing from you that you thought couldn't be taken away, right? So for me, what COVID has done is that it showed me that, you need to like maximize, you can't maximize everything, but the things that you think are important, but you keep putting away because you're like, oh, we can't do it tomorrow, or we can't do this next time, is that you need to start like do them
pronto. Yeah.
Isn't me?
What COVID has taught me is that history is prone to repeat itself
every time.
Because honestly, never thought this would happen. And not even like, just never thought there would be such a
global event.
My generation.
And you know what? That is so cocky because there has never been a generation that existed without a big pile of shit dropping on them.
Fam. It is so cocky.
Yeah, that is very cocky.
And I feel shame. Like thinking about it, we just never did think something like this.
Never. If one thing history tell you that every generation there is something. Yeah. Some generations have more than one something. Right? So
it's be like one of them generations.
Right.
It's be like one.
So you think for the next 50 years nothing gonna happen?
No, at least 1 year ago. It's wrong, bro.
Yeah. Smooth sailing forever.
Smooth sailing, fam. Yo, you can remember. I not even can remember. You ever think about like, oh, you even tell like your daughter this?
Oh yeah. It'll be very
easy. It'll be like
well, because you
20 years ago.
You know what? In the grand scheme of things, dog, like it is not that world ending. You know what I mean? It is not like in the grand scheme of things. Now I understand that there are people that are affected differently, right?
Yeah.
You have people who have lost loved ones. You have people who have lost their livelihoods. Yep. You have people who have lost, like, their mental health has been affected and all of that. But on the scheme of like world-ending events like this, from a global standpoint, not an individual person thing, but from a humanity standpoint, this is not major. Yeah,
this isn't global warming thing.
Yeah, it's not global warming, which that's the next thing.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah. Right. That's the next thing.
I ain't making it, bro.
Right. And then when you watch, so I made a mistake at the beginning of the pandemic, dog. And I watched Contagion.
Me too. My mind.
I watched Contagion. No, if the world ended up like that, where people were like breaking into people's homes for food and stuff like that, that is a world-ending event. But we never got there. Yeah, we never got there, isn't it? Everybody.
Yeah, people just not buy up all the time.
Yeah, we never got to that point. We never got. That is what I'm going to tell them, that there is no toilet paper.
I'm just like, bro, come on, son.
But to me, that is more of a world ending where you're just like, yo, like I had to buy a gun or a machete, keep it under my bed because people could break into my house.
Machete.
You know? Keep that
machete.
Stay strapped because you never know when somebody going to kick off your door. You know what I mean? I have to pop down my glass. That would be like, woo. How do I explain this? But like this, this you can explain. Just like, for 2 years we couldn't go outside. Some people got like a bunch of like several. I'm not downplaying the effects.
Yes.
But if you say to what it could have been and what you see in the movies and what has happened in previous generations, you see me? For this disease, something like this, like our generation would be able to handle it the best because what?
Yeah.
We can do this. I can talk to you over Zoom. Now imagine there was no internet. Oh, like that would be worse.
Everybody had jump up.
You can't buy stuff from Amazon, right? You can't get things delivered to your home. You can't do any of that.
That'd be the wild west for real.
Right. You can't
walk on the streets strapped.
Ready to pop off.
With your kitchen knife.
Yeah, dog. Ready to pop off. Ready to
pop
off.
Spoon. So it would be nice.
Couldn't distract yourself with social media. Couldn't watch Netflix. Right? None of these things. So what would I do? Couldn't work from home. Someone that just get fired. Right? Everybody get fired because no
one's going to work.
Work from home. You want to carry home the ledger?
And the carbon paper.
How are we going to get it back? Right? So from that, when you look at it from that perspective, you know what I mean? This is like it's
in the grand scheme of it.
In the grand scheme, it's not that. It's like I think we look back on this in like 10 years and be like, okay. I mean, collectively, as I said, there are people who are disproportionately affected by it, right? So I'm not trying to downplay that. But collectively, as a group, I think in 10 years, look back when you're like, yo, that is crazy. Anyway, you know what I mean? And it doesn't go anyway. Like it hasn't shaped the course of humanity in any way yet, right? It hasn't shaped anything. Unless there's going to be something coming on down, but it hasn't shaped anything. Right. Only thing I think its shape is more working from home, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean it is a little different. I think here in the States, only because the belief is it could have been prevented. The death rate is so high.
Yeah,
and people were going to die, right? But the belief is it was negligent of the former president. And it is because of his negligence that allowed it to spread and so wild. So I think it feels a little bit more different in the States. When them talk about it here, them talk about it differently. And them talk about it from the aspect that over 500,000 Americans died senselessly. You understand? When the number could have been drastically different. Yeah. So I think if somebody have a conversation here, you see me, with their child or whatever, our kid or whatever, I think it would have feel a little bit different.
But then to that point, I think the anger there wouldn't be towards COVID, it would be towards the leadership of the country.
Oh no. Yeah. I mean, you can't really blame COVID though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was a thing that, let's say it was a virus, let's say it was a fucking flesh-eating virus, right? Then you blame it.
Even worse.
Then you blame it, right? Could be a flesh-eating virus that you go out, you catch it, you know you catch it, you don't have to do no test.
Yeah.
You don't have to do a single test.
Those losing limbs.
Yeah, immediately. That's me. All right, any closing COVID thoughts?
No, I mean, I'm ready for this to be over. Hoping that sometime this year that can happen. Preferably before TIFF. Because it's not missing me.
Yeah. Oh, look how much years me I tell you for roll.
Hopefully. Bro, I've tasted it once. No, I need it, sir. I need it. But yeah, just continue to be grateful and just hope this ends pretty soon. What about you? You have anything?
Yeah, pretty much the same, but there's more along the lines for me of just, try not to take anything for granted, because it can be taken from you at a moment. And I've always tried to do that, but it's very difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just to continue to make that my guiding principle.
Yeah.
Just be take advantage of the things while you have them, because you never know when they're going to go. So yeah,
Facts.
Facts. Yeah.
Well,
right.
we're at the end of our conversation.
Yeah.
I know this one was a little bit somber.
Yes,
but,
yes. Sometimes it has to be like that.
Yeah, it had to be that.
1 in 10, 10%, 10%, it's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
So we want to hear from you guys on, how you've been coping with COVID, and on the anniversary. Does COVID pretty much reveal anything about yourself that you did not know before? Yes, and are you going to move differently when we're back to some semblance of normalcy? I mean, like I said, I don't think it will ever be the same, but, are you going to be in a packed club?
And eating from buffets.
So share your thoughts and everything in the comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to Birds of a Fedda. And we'll catch you in the next video.
Alrighty. Okay, bye.
Bye.